And it looks like we're live. Hey, it's Kev. I'm here with the one and only Scott Stapp. It's an at-home exclusive. What's up, Scott?
What's up, man? How are you?
Good. Thanks for joining us. This is apparently the new normal. We're all talking heads in a box now.
It sure is. And you know what? I got a feeling this is not going to stop once this pandemic is over.
Why would it?
I mean, I think it makes access between artists and radio so much easier and more convenient at times. So I think whenever we can't get to the station, I think these kind of things are going to happen. So I like it. It's cool.
Yeah, it looks and sounds great. And, it's funny because you think about, rock stars or movie stars, actors, before all this, you would think about your favorite celebrity and think, well, what are they doing right now? And now we know because you're all doing what we're doing. It's just sitting at home.
Yeah, man. I am at home. I have 3 kids and at home still, one who's out and married and living his life. And we're doing the not homeschool, but the virtual school scenario. And then the toddler, he actually does a toddler's program. It's amazing what happens, what they can do on the computers now.
Yeah.
So we're busy, man, between 3 dogs, a cat, 4 chickens, and 2 ducks.
Wow, man, that's a lot. You got a lot going on over there.
Yeah, man. Tours of vacation.
Yeah. So I saw, speaking of your kids, I saw your son. Is it Daniel?
Daniel, yeah.
I saw on your Facebook page a video of him singing Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen, man. Really impressive. Did you teach him how to sing?
You know what? He just, I think indirectly, I've had an influence on him since he's, come to shows since he was, born. But I think he just has a little gift. And the thing that I love so much about it is I can see his heart and how passionate he is when he's singing and how he feels it. Then for him to discover Queen on his own, learn the song and then come to me and be like, Dad, film this or Mom, film this. He's done it before. Like he did it with some of the songs off my current record, The Space Between the Shadows. Yeah. And he had me film a couple of his performances in the truck one day. But it just blows my mind, man.
How old is he?
He's 9.
9. That's really good vocal control for a 9-year-old. Actually, really good.
Yeah, he's a good. You know what? The only advice that I've ever given him is because he's asked me. He said he wants to take over my job when he gets older.
He wants to be the new Scott Stapp.
Yeah, he wants to. He said that when he was like 5, and I said, all right, well, all the artists that you listen to, aside from the fact that you're going to learn piano and guitar and not quit it like I did when I was here and regret it for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
I want you to try to imitate all the inflections and styles of all the artists that you like. And one of those is of course has been his father because he looks up to me. How boys are at that age. But he did that, and I'll hear him in his room when he's listening to music and he's imitating the different singers and styles. And that's how you lead and end up finding your own sound.
Sure.
So it's really helped him develop as a little singer.
I know a little bit about this. A singing voice is kind of like a car. You have to use it or it will go bad. So how are you staying in shape during quarantine?
Well, I tell you, I'm doing a lot of interviews and even talking keeps your voice going. I'm doing the other day, for example, I did. I sat down and probably did. I want to say 400 radio station liners.
Oh my God.
I had to record them and then put them in Dropbox files. But the point being is I spoke, deliberately and full voice for probably 6 hours, knocking those out. That kept me in shape. And then of course, I do little vocal exercises while I'm running on the treadmill or running outside. Just because it's a little more difficult when you're running, breathing, and then to try to have vocal control. So I do my best, but really there's no substitute for that 2 weeks of rehearsal prior to going on tour.
Oh, sure.
That's when the real the real voice comes back. But it does keep it, somewhat in check by doing the little things that I do.
So I don't know the layout of your home or anything. Have you got like a recording studio or a place where you can, sit down, record songs, ideas that you have?
Yeah, absolutely. I've got three different spots. If I'm not feeling creative in one, I go to another one. I've been, my wife has really helped facilitate my creativity. So I have three man caves. So to speak.
Three.
Two of them I share with my daughter and my son because they write and create as well. And so one of them has a piano in it and a keyboard with some recording stuff, and then the other one is the guitar room.
Yeah.
And so we share those two. But I'm actually in one of the rooms now that's all mine, and it's a place I come and write and record ideas.
That's great. So do you feel like you've got any kind of inspiration from everything that's going on right now? I mean, I know when you're an artist, like everything in the world is fair game. Everything in the world can be inspiration and things like that. So everything that's going on right now, I mean, this is pretty big with the pandemic, the quarantine. Have there been ideas in your head of a song or two that could come out of this?
It's weird. One of my processes and one thing about me is I have to live through something and then it processes and then the inspiration comes. And so right now I'm in the midst of living it.
Sure.
And so I'm still kind of writing about stuff that I've processed over the last couple years. And so my inspiration will usually come. I mean, I've had instances where it's come in the midst of something, but right now I'm kind of just so, I don't think it's really sunk in to me the reality of this, but I know something will come from it, most definitely.
For sure. How badly do you miss performing live?
Oh man, it's something I think about daily. um, just getting back in front of the audiences and connecting with the fans and the energy and the band and the lights and the pyro and the screens and everything that entails a big rock show.
Mm-hmm.
That is just something that I can't wait till that comes back, and I hope it's sooner than later.
Yeah, I think we all do. I think we all just can't wait to get back to normal. Whatever normal was before. Obviously, it'll be a new normal. But
Yeah.
I think we all can't wait to get back to the point where we can go out and see shows. I know that I think you were scheduled to perform in St. Charles, which isn't too far from where we are.
Yeah.
On WXRX, and at the Arcada Theater.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people were looking forward to seeing that show. So we're hoping that it still can happen.
Yeah, right now that show in particular, it got moved to August 1st.
Okay, good.
And so hopefully we are back in business and able to be there on August 1st and everything's to go. And one thing that I've been thinking about is what is the pandemic PTSD going to look like?
Right.
I know it's going to be different for everybody. But that's the big question is, how quickly are people going to be ready to fully embrace, the old norms now that we're so acutely aware of how connected we are biologically and physiologically as human beings. And man, it just blows my mind. I mean, we are so connected and have such an impact on everyone around us without even speaking or making a face, just breathing the same air.
Uh-huh.
And so, with those thoughts, I'm sure I'm not the only one who's thought about that and definitely gonna take that into consideration moving forward.
Yeah, no doubt. I think before all this, I think fewer people were going out. You can have all the entertainment at your fingertips, in your bedroom. You never have to leave the house. But I think after we've all been forced to kind of be at home for a long time, I think that there's going to be a new set of numbers when it comes to audiences at shows, man. I think it's going to be very exciting.
Yeah, I sure hope so. And I think too, with the performances that have happened, online and through social media and whatnot, I think although they're great, and it's been great, for all the artists that have done that. In fact, I've got an announcement to make soon about something I'm doing. But there's nothing that replaces that live show in the event, in the room with the crowd, the energy, the electricity, the excitement, the anticipation, the buzz of the crowd. I mean, nothing can replace that.
Yeah, that feeling alone when the lights go out and the band is coming on, that feeling right there is what a concert is for me. Just that rush when you're going to see the band come out in their silhouettes and then the lights are going to come on. It's really cool moment. I can remember actually Creed in 2002, the lights go out and it was thunder.
Yeah, man.
Every show. And that was the most exciting part, so that's really cool. Speaking of Creed, got a listener question if you don't mind.
No, go ahead.
Roger says, let's put his comment on the screen. Let's see if we see that. Is there any hint of possible Creed albums in the near future?
That's a great question, Roger. Well, to start off, first and foremost, the most important thing is everything is positive and the relationships are good with the band. We talk, we're in communication. It's all positive there. And I tell you what, if there's any announcements or any news about any new music or anything beyond that, I promise you, Roger, we will put out an all points bulletin and let everybody know. Right now, I'm focused on my latest solo record, The Space Between the Shadows, and currently my new single, Survivor. But I promise you, we will let everybody know. Good question.
Yeah, you know what? When we started playing Survivor when it came out on WXRX, and I think a lot of people were surprised by it. Do you feel like you've kind of reinvented yourself a little bit?
I definitely think that I'm morphing, I'm changing, I'm evolving in different ways. I'm trying new things with my voice, stylistically, even tonality wise.
Mm-hmm.
I think Survivor shows that. I've heard a lot of feedback from people where they didn't even know it was me when they heard the song at first.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing.
Sure.
You don't want to stay in a rut. I don't want to stay in a rut, but I've got a long way to go as an artist in terms of how far I want to push the boundaries and grow and evolve with my sound. But most definitely, I think Survivor was a different sounding and different vibe than anything I've done.
I think importantly is that you can hear Scott Stapp, but it's like a new sound for you. You know what I mean? But you can tell you're in there, and that's important.
Yeah, you can hear elements. There's things I can't avoid.
Sure. I'm sure.
There's certain ways I enunciate and pronounce different words and different things that it's just my voice.
Right, it's you. That's
right, exactly. But definitely stylistically and melodically, and certain things I did musically with that song, it's different, and I think that can be said with elements of the entire record. There's definitely some songs on the record that are kind of throwbacks to earlier times in my career, and earlier sounds. And I think that was me just kind of staying in touch with my roots and who I am. But I definitely wanted to grow and continue to grow. So thanks for that.
So let's talk about the album for a second. What's the future of The Space Between the Shadows? Are we going to hear a few more singles?
Yeah, man. I mean, I want to continue. This single's just getting off the ground. I know you guys were on it early, but we really feel like it's just getting off the ground, and so we've got a few more months that this single will be pushing and working at radio, and then yes, we've got another single up our sleeve. And ready to go. And when the time is right, we'll be releasing that one, and that will be the last single off the record. And then it's time to jump back in the studio, which I've already began writing.
Good.
I'm 7 songs mapped out and 80% lyrics done. 8 songs if you include just a verse and a chorus that I have on a song. So I'm beginning to put something together, but I'm really going to hone in on that come later in this year and first half of next year.
Very good. I wanted to ask what is the music you listen to? How does that affect what you're doing? So I know in my life, the music I listen to changes, I mean, year after year, like what I'm really into right now. So I guess a better question would be, what are you listening to right now?
Well, I tell you what, if the music that I'm listening to had anything to do with what I'm creating, I'd be writing nursery rhymes for toddlers. Because the primary music in my home from morning to night are songs off the toddler cartoon series Coco Melon. Of course, Baby Shark was a big thing.
Oh boy,
Still is every now and then. We even got into Barney there for a while, but Coco Melon was a big thing. So it's been a lot of, I've got a 2-year-old little one. But when I'm in the car with my kids, my daughter, it's weird. She's in her pop phase. She's 13. She's in her pop phase. But about a year and a half ago, she started playing electric guitar. She's played piano since she was 5. And ever since I got her first Les Paul, she's been learning like metal riffs and like going on YouTube and learning solos, like metal solos and rock solos. And so she's starting to get the bug there just because I got her a different instrument.
Yeah. And it's something new,
And she's always heard it since she was born. So I know she knows rock. And then my 9-year-old, he's a rocker all the way. But he does, because of his sister and, what's popular, he hears and knows some of the pop songs, but he's been digging into like classic rock lately. And I'm like, man, where are you getting this? What's pointing you there? And so he shocks me all the time.
That's great. That's great. So when you look back, because you were talking about yourself earlier in your career and how that still kind of influences some of the songs you're doing now. And you look back, you think about, let's say if you were to be face-to-face Scott Stapp from like 99, for example. I want to show you something, actually. Can you see, one second, can you see, one moment, can you see this picture right here?
Yeah, I see that guy right there.
Yeah, do you recognize that guy?
I sure do, man. That was Woodstock 99, that photo.
That's right. So how different is the Scott Stapp I'm talking to and the Scott Stapp in this picture?
On stage, no different. When I get on stage, I become the music and everything just takes over. And I am that guy on stage. Nothing's changed. Off stage, 180. Off stage, I'm 5.5 years sober.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm a husband. I'm a father. It's Disney World backstage at my rock shows, because most of the time if the kids are out, and every band that tours with me is chill with it, and cool with it, and they enjoy it. My band that I've been with now for 5 years, everyone's into healthy lifestyle, healthy living. Not everyone is sober. What they do on their off days is their off days, man.
Yeah.
But when it comes to show days and when we're together, we want to bring the best shows possible to the fans and have the most intense energy and the best performances and showmanship. And there's no better way to do that than to be fit, healthy, in shape, and sober.
Damn right. I like that.
Yeah. And then when you're done, go have fun.
Sure.
So that's the difference now.
Hey, man. Well, I can't thank you enough for hanging out with me for a little bit today. It's been great. I really look forward to seeing you here in town. I really hope you
man.
get out here. Like when I say that, I mean it truly. I mean, I hope that we all can go and see Scott Stapp somewhere very soon, whether it's, you know, with Creed or with you know, just you,
Yeah.
the way you are now. That's it's really something ahead of its time. This pandemic, we don't know what to expect.
Yeah, man, it sure is, dude. And listen, man, Chicago and the surrounding areas have been so good to me my entire career. Um, love the area, love the people so much, and so we can't wait to get there and rock with you guys. And we want everyone to stay safe, stay healthy. You know, if you still got to stay inside, orders stay inside, protect yourself, protect others. We'll get through this. And don't be afraid to reach out for help if you need it. All right.
That's a great message, and I think it's a great way to end it. Scott Stapp told you so. That's right. Hey, thank you very much, Scott. We appreciate it.
Hey, thank you, and thanks for your support on the new single and record, man. Thank you.
Anytime.
All
You
right.
will.
Take care, brother.
Bye bye.